All right, so you mentioned big tournament coming up. All the top seeds are Marths.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you feeling about that?
It's scary, especially
Why?
three very different Marths.
Okay, so what's different about them?
I'd say Woofa, the one you've seen me play against, the one I guess reverse 3 out against is Fox.
Mm-hmm.
He is very punish heavy, um, but less like not as solid in neutral, I'd say. David is more like read based in neutral. He will call me out more, but his punish is a little bit more lacking. And then Joshi Jam is the middle ground, so to speak. Solid punish, solid neutral, just like generally solid. That's what that's my view of
Okay.
those three.
Okay. I mean that makes sense. That makes sense to me. I guess my question then would be, um, it sounds like you've fought these players before.
Yeah.
What would you say is the when you've fought them before? What usually happens? Like, how did the sets look like? Because I'm assuming that they don't usually switch to their secondary Fox. So
No.
yeah. So I just wonder what the games look like what the games look like, and what do you think?
Uh,
What do you think would help you most? I guess.
that depends, right? I feel like it's a lot of the time it feels kind of like a battlefield flip. Like if I lose the first game, kind of downhill from there. Uh, but that might just be the mentality stuff we've been talking about. But that's the most common. I think versus like versus David, I think FD is easier because he doesn't punish as hard as Wolfer, for example,
Mm-hmm.
but uh his reads in neutral don't matter as much when you know if I'm still like if I'm doing better on punish, like it doesn't matter as much on FD, I find. Because
Okay.
like Marth's gonna win neutral on FD anyways, so it's kind of accounted for, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like,
Kind of. But we also don't want to
yeah,
like accept it's likely to happen, but I don't know if we necessarily want
yeah.
to accept it. But yeah, I know
But
what
I
you're
did
saying.
write about that. I wrote about that yesterday about when we were talking about the zoning out in the when the opponent is in the corner
Mm-hmm.
slash what I have a lead, and something I've done a bit just in some friendlies was trying to just not get hit. Just try to play to not get hit, but still like interact with them and like stay close to them and stuff. And that felt really good versus some players. That might be a work in progress, but that felt pretty nice. Playing with that goal just kind of freed me up because I was so scared of approaching rather than getting hit. Right.
Yeah, so let me ask you: when you're DIing out of Marth's combos on FD, what's usually where do you usually go? What do you try to do?
Well, when I want to get out of his combos, usually like on the train grab, I wanna SDI the affairs after train grab. Like when they start upper juggling, I wanna SDI those up because then there is way more room for me to just get out. I am not sure about the DI on whether I should just be DIing the chain grab to center or DIing it off stage because that's also like kind of risky. I mean, I think it depends. I also like early percents. I try to slight DI, try to mix up slight DI and no DI, and then maybe get a shine out. Maybe they miss the chain grab. That happens relatively frequently, especially versus David, where I just like slip out with a sneaky slight AI. Um, yeah, that's mostly what I feel. Then no DI. Are we talking FD or in general?
I mean mainly on FD because I think that's
Mainly
the
on FD. Yeah, I think no DI on fairs that send off stage is very good. Because if you DI in, chances are you're getting down aired. And if you DI out, it's generally harder to, depends on percent, but generally harder to get back. The no DI kind of puts you in a bit of a weird spot. You can also do the DI up, which we talked about in one of the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's good as well. I think that kind of does the same job, but just in slightly different situations. But I'm not too good at DIing up still. I do it sometimes, like versus the Falco weak bear and stuff. I feel like I do it.
Yeah. So I think that with Marth combos in general, you basically have it. Like what we're trying to do is really avoid him being able to push us forward with his dash jump effectively.
Yeah,
Like that's really the name of the game, because if he can do that, then he's going to have ways of like chasing our DI but with how he manipulates the trajectory of the move, because he has like as soon as his tipped fair, or he has the option to push us forward with soft fair or tipped fair while moving forward himself in a substantial way. I
yeah,
think a lot of the DI mix-ups like become, either they disappear, i.e. he has a good way of finishing either way, or if not, then the mix-ups become significantly favorable for him.
yeah.
So yeah, no, that all tracks for sure. With that in mind, talk to me about the not getting hit part. Like you
The
mentioned, you're
not
not.
getting hit part is just it's like a mental thing. It's just I just put it in my brain. I just say, like, I think, okay, I'm just gonna try not to get hit, and I let my body kind of do the rest. And that's been working a bit. Sometimes it's been working really badly though. Sometimes I've just been getting hit instantly, and I just, whoa, okay,
Let's.
not ready for that.
I have an idea.
Okay,
Let's try to combine that with the breathing thing.
yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, because I think that like if the tournament's coming up, I don't want us to necessarily be doing like tons and tons and tons and tons of new things.
Yeah,
So I think that today is all about refinement. It's like bringing things
right.
together. Um, I have one more idea.
Give me your idea. Let me hear it.
Sure. So I'm thinking that we maybe we play up to three until we kind of play a best of five with whoever we get.
Yeah.
We then stop. After that, we stop. We take a look at any matches we want to look at. Or like any moments that we flag that we want to come back to. We like go over
Mhm.
those, and then we just keep going with another like quote unquote best of five with the next
So
person.
smart.
Yeah, because it also gets us into like the process of like making refinements and adjustments between sets, right? Like,
Yeah.
quickly. So I
And
think,
also breathing between sets, like yeah, getting adjusted back.
yeah,
I am broadcasting.
awesome. So let me just head in. Are we in a match?
No,
Okay, cool. But you're
I'll tell
queuing,
you.
right?
No, no, yes. Now I'm in a match.
Okay, I can see it. There was a Falco.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So we would breathe when we get a hit, or when they land a hit on us, or when we land a hit on them.
Yep.
Nice smash the eye. I think focusing on trying not to get hit is like costing us too much from looking here.
Yep.
So I think that we just do it with like, let's do breathing thing, and then what do you like? I'd like to ask you what the after this set, I want to kind of get your thoughts on like what the why it doesn't work here, or like why it doesn't.
Well, one of the things is I don't have my I use the separate air plugs for game audio, and I didn't have them plugged in. Yeah, he's just gonna leave, of course.
Okay, so this is just like an audio thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think that tilted me to the point where, and also he was just doing moves every time after he would whiff a move and just instantly do something else, and I caught on to it, but I was just not in the he wasn't gonna play 5 games anyway. Yeah. You could see that.
Yeah. No. That much is clear, so fair enough.
Yeah.
Amberleaf.gg. Interesting. Ooh.
Did a posture reset. Did some breathing.
Should be after. No, should be during every hit or after every hit. Are we breathing?
Oh, we kind of stopped for a little bit there.
So it should be after every hit you land, or every hit they land. So that's like, this is how we make it habit. So you breathed on those two.
Breathe
right?
in. Yep.
Good. Because one of the things that I noticed with you, when you're not doing it, you approach from really far away.
Yeah. That's, yeah. Yep. Breathing.
So what's the hardest part about the breathing? Like,
I think it's like sometimes it's the timing. Like I'm breathing out as like I'm getting a hit, or like
that counts.
You know. Okay.
Yeah, it counts if you're breathing out. Like it's just making sure you're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. It's a check rather than I actively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you're holding your breath, in which case, you have to.
If I'm holding my breath, I breathe. Yes.
Yeah. So then then there we go.
I think this is good. I struggle versus I think partly because of the breathing thing. Like I get tilted and I just hold my breath, and it just leads to ramming myself into her.
I think it helps versus the floaties in general. Because the floaties are all like attrition characters. Like they're one of their main superpowers is their ability to like survive, basically. Like they have the highest health, they have the longest health bars. Yeah, this is like a night and day difference. During shield pressure, after you did the nair, you all amazing. After you did that nair, Shine, you drilled the other side of her. Why do you do the drill?
It's kind of a, I don't know. I try to like mix up.
Gotcha.
I just try to. Shield pressure to me is not a science, right? It's kind of more of a intuition, feel based thing, which it probably shouldn't be, honestly. But this is how I always
I think that
approached it.
I think as long as you understand like how high and low aerials work and that it's based on damage, like it's fine. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting decision. I don't see that one very like it used to be. That used to be meta like a while ago. So it's not like it's bad, and it also makes sense given that you're like crossing up, like you're not like staying in front of her. So, yeah, it's just more people like focus more on the frame advantage side of the equation as opposed to like the positional side of the equation, because like down air is really good at like getting through people, which protects you in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing in 2016, so
yeah, okay, cool.
Makes sense.
One thing I would consider doing there, not as like a replacement, but like as a mix-up or like thing to like add to like support it. Instead of going for the down air to get through them, full hop onto the
yeah.
Because then you can come down with back air, or nair, or late nair. How's our breathing doing?
Kind of stopped there for a little bit.
It's okay. Nice. I could tell.
It's crazy that you can tell so much on the gameplay. That's a best of 3, right?
Yep. That's a best of 5, yeah. You think?
Yeah, best of 5, I mean.
You think it's crazy that I can tell based on the gameplay?
A little bit.
Okay, send me that.
I don't know.
Send me. Okay, we'll play them one more game and then like.
I'll play one more game.
Yeah, and then send me the game on Fountain of Dreams.
Okay.
I'll show you how I know. Breathing. The number one sign, actually I'll just tell you, the number one sign when someone's like in that mode is that they become unaware of the other options that they have. So like there's no variability in how they do things anymore. They get into these modes where like they're like the thing that it looks like they're posturing for or playing around is 1000% the thing they go for.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No ambiguity and
there's no option. And there's no reaction to how the opponent changes the play as they go through it on their end, because remember the opponent is playing with us. So that's you don't have to send me the Fountain of Dreams, but like let's just like kind of like think about what that might look like.
Yeah.
So, you know when foxes are like shielding in the corner and they keep like full hopping to try to like go around someone because they're just determined that they can just get over them, kind of.
Oh yeah.
So like that is when they're not breathing. Because what they're doing is they've committed to this line of play in advance. They think that they're panicking, basically. Like, they need to get out of it here. This is the way they see it, that they see this being possible, and they're just going to keep chugging along and doing it. So that is
I
like,
know that feeling. It's kind of like I was gonna say drowning, but it's kind of like you're in the state of like I have to do this because
yeah.
they're doing this. So oh,
It's like the
this
walls are
Falco's beating me with lasers. Yeah, the walls are closing in.
exactly. So when we recognize that feeling, that's like we're probably not breathing. So breathe. Every time, whenever you see that feeling, take a breath because you're definitely holding it. Well, maybe not definitely, but there's a very good chance.
This is
you're
very
holding it.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, like I get it. I get it sometimes.
Yeah.
I have never met a player who doesn't feel this at least sometime. Let's queue.
Yeah. Posture check.
Mm-hmm.
Grip check. Shoulder check. Yes.
Against this next opponent, we'll try to integrate the don't get hit thing. But like it's still like the focus is breathing. Smarth is... That was like very textbook. Nice.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up the execution, but fine.
I find it easier to jump for those ones because you can like control it with the fast fall.
Yeah.
The dash works. It's just like I've always found it easier with the other method. But I mean, like if you're good at that style, like hey, more power to you. Like
You mean the shine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I find the dash JC to be easier.
Well, I guess you can also run off with it, right? And like you can always change your mind. Okay, yeah. I don't
you
know.
can run off with it if they aren't like in the state that you need to dash JC. So it's nice.
I
Because
think
if you jumped, you're committed to jumping, right?
yeah, well, kind of. Like, because if you jump with your back to the edge, you can always just grab the edge by like going away from the B.
Yeah.
So like, there's still like that's part of what I like about it. I feel like the plan B is really good, but I think that like you have a stronger plan A. So like yours is better in certain ways. I think that mine is like has a better backup plan, but I think yours is like a little bit more like it's less likely to like let the Marth land on stage or something like that.
Yeah, there's a bit too much edge stuff happening. This is getting annoying. Just come approach me.
I like that adjustment. Okay, it's all good.
Yeah. I was like, I'm done with this.
I think that the don't get hit thing takes too much out of your... No, it costs too much of your offense.
Yeah, I think it just takes way too much out of the breathing. Like, yeah. I need to get used to the breathing, then I can start to fully implement it, I think.
I agree. I think it's just like, it's too much at once, and that's okay.
And I think the breathing thing is big enough to where it's like very important that if I can get that every time, it's a huge improvement.
Well, you'll never get it every time. Literally every time. No one is immune to like tensing up.
No, but like checking for it every time, like
yeah,
more so that.
No one like no. I am being very deliberate with this because like nobody is perfect, Rich. Like that's the truth. No one ever gets it to 100%. Not even me. Not even Mango. Not even Armada himself. Like. Mm-hmm. The best competitor of all time couldn't do this perfectly. I'm not saying that you are not capable of being better than Armada. I am saying that like that would be a very Herculean task. So I don't think it's a fair standard.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I know you know what I mean, but it's like our how we like talk to ourselves and how we set goals for ourselves does matter. Like that's the bigger thing here, I guess.
Yeah. Oy. That was a shield.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, like you, like the stock was very impressive. What I notice as well is that when you're not in like hit mode, like when you're not in avoid move mode, your pressure is way more varied.
Yeah.
Like you don't go for, like you're not going for shine after everything. Like you're way more tactical about like how you cover, how he might move out of shield.
Yeah.
When you're DIing Marth's combos, are you trying to jump out of them?
Sometimes.
Try to jump out on the throw more, at around like 50 up.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, like they go for like finisher, like they try to go for like greedy finishers.
Oh yeah, the pivot F smash. Yeah, I know all about that.
Yep.
That is annoying because I get hit by it a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, jump, like jumping out of like I prefer. Even when you're at low percent, like when you're execution testing Marth's like low percent combos, it's still good to like try to shine or jump. Because nobody is like perfect.
Yeah,
all
I
the
usually
time.
shine. I usually shine rather than jump because if your jump gets caught, you're in the combo with no jump.
Yeah, but jump has certain perks to it too. Like, cause like sometimes like especially at like 40 up, like again, like the whole point of like smash DIing up is that we force him to up air, right? If we can force him to up air because our jump gets clipped and we're hit high up, then like that's not really the end of the world, you know?
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right.
It's all good. Worry about breathing. Let's just focus on. Let's just keep our eyes on the Marth.
Love that. I will just do it if he keeps going to ledge, going to corner. I don't care. I don't want to play that game with him.
Okay, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I just don't.
What would happen if you did play it? What do you think would happen?
Probably lose. My assumption.
I think you'd beat him.
Maybe.
I think you'd actually.
It's just I've been cheesed too many times. It's so painful.
I think if you lose this game, try it in the next one. Like try it in the next one to like contest him, and I'll tell you how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so what you do is when he's like doing the ledge stall, just like grab the edge at some point. Like when he doesn't have his side B, grab the edge basically.
Yeah. I mean, I've been killed for that many times. It's just because I'm like when I play versus Sheik, I grab the ledge when she's like Shadow stalling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But versus Marth, I feel like when he's just jump refreshing, you just can't. Most of the time, he just gets ledge, and I'm off stage versus Marth. When he did, just jumps back up, or when he is on ledge, which is not a good position to be in. Nice.
So okay, so I'm starting to see what's part of what's going on here. So you advance, and then he comes up with like up tilt or something, like ledge dash up tilt. What I would say is like what I'm seeing here is more of like a where there's a spacing issue. We just need to be more aware of his like ledge dash stuff. So like don't go play so close. Yeah, exactly. Just move a little bit further back. Like not like yeah, and bait him because when you see how you move back and you can punish it. We want to be like we want to be close enough to be able to punish that kind of garbage, but like we just don't want to like It's purely spacing. There. We can play a few more with this guy. This is worth knowing.
No. Missing.
So he's gonna go to the edge probably. You're like slightly too far. You want to be at the you want to be closer to the edge, like this stage the stage side edge of the battlefield platform when you're pressuring him on the ledge. And you kind of like you want to that's like kind of as far away as you should be, because you can do everything else, like you can do everything that you need to do around there. So this, yeah, a little too far. See, like there he was, like when he's floating above the edge there, that's another thing. Like we don't really like get the back air there a lot. Because like if he's floating above the edge and you're invincible, yeah, you can just back air him or like jump and shine him.
I think you're right. I think it was just a spacing issue.
Yeah, let's fight this guy more. This is unless you want to fight someone else, but I think that
no, it's fine. I mean, it's smart. It's good. It's something I need to work on. I think the ledge has been my enemy for too long.
Yeah, and the thing is, it actually helps a lot on this level to have this mastery, because it improves your punish game like tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, my punish game has been so much better since we worked on the tracking stuff.
I would have up aired there, like just short up air.
Yeah.
Just for like the 8 million damage. Let's go. Alright, smashed you out. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Cute, but I think he could have done something better.
Oh yeah, no. It was like, it was cute, not like good. It was just, yeah, it was like pretty good. It was okay. I just was more surprised that he thought, I was more like impressed that he thought of that, but like, or like surprised he thought of that, but I don't think it was the best play. I think he needed to do like another aerial, like another like fair, like shuffle fair.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's slightly too far. So what spacing do you think you need? Like what are you trying to
I don't
play
know,
around?
it was way easier to visualize on Battlefield. Like here it's worse. But I need to not be down tilted, like
Down tilt,
I guess on
down tilt's not a problem. Why are we worried about down tilt?
like if he get ups, like if he ledge dash down tilts me.
Yeah, well, don't we like full hop a lot in that spot? Like I feel, or like short hop, and like those both are good versus down tilt. Like I feel like down tilt's so low impact. Like it's just not a big deal. I think ledge hop fair. I think that we just need to be like outside ledge hop fair, and then like adjust for like ledge hop up tilt and grab when he comes up. And even then, like ledge hop up tilt won't be invincible. Like he only gets 4 Galind. So it's more about
no, but it's really hard to like if you trade hits with it, he wins. So like if I try to full up back it, like I reckon he will win that situation.
Yeah, but we have like our double jump, we can shield, like I don't know. I think we're overreacting. No. That was a save.
Yeah, I'm mad about that because I was doing well, and I wasn't. If I didn't get clipped by the side B, I just win the game. But I barely got clipped, and I die for it. Yeah, that's the game.
I mean, let's just breathe. Breathe it out.
Yeah, I realized that if he F smashes, like it's not gonna matter if I DI it correctly. It's very low impact F smash.
That back here, like hitting him when he goes above you, is like huge.
Yeah. No.
Oh no. Alright, whatever. The plan was good.
How do you feel about the narrative when I recognize he's shielding?
I think it's good. It's your most frame positive move. Like, it's your most frame positive aerial, so yeah, I think it's amazing. Like, 12 damage, 7 frame L cancel is like insane efficiency.
Oi.
This guy's crafty. He's definitely, like, playing to, like, some of the things. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I see you. With your nairs.
And his ledge dash up tilt.
Yeah, I mean, David does a lot of that ledge dash up tilt.
I think we need to find a better way of beating it. How do you feel
Maybe.
about going on the platform?
I mean, maybe. It feels like if I go on the platform, he's just not gonna do it.
Okay. Is that
I
a
mean,
problem?
don't I want to wait to abuse him for, like, doing ledge stuff? I don't know.
I mean, like, I feel like forcing him to, like, fair... Well, like, okay, so what does, like, him abusing ledge stuff look like if you're just using the platform a little more?
I mean... Okay.
Yep.
I did hit him, but I almost didn't hit him.
You know what? So far, when he does ledge dash up tilt, we are, like, still getting hit by it. So almost not hitting him is, like, definitely an improvement over that. And I'm not saying we have to, like, use it, like, every time. I'm just saying that, like, I think that there's some, like, utility
You have
to
to
that.
present the option.
Well,
Please.
it's not even presenting the option. It just has defensive utilities that are useful against some of the stuff that Marth does. The other thing here is that, like, if he has to, like, aim his aerials so, like, deliberately off, like, with his ledge options in order to get us, like, that's kind of a good thing. Like, we're happy about that.
You mean when we're on platform?
Yeah, like, so how would he possibly hit us
Well, he's not gonna hit us. He's gonna get back for free. We're not gonna abuse him in a bad position.
Wait, how is he gonna get back for free? We're gonna fall through the platform and back here when he ledge dashes on. He's under pressure.
What if he does ledge up dash, like he did, and I almost didn't hit him?
But you hit him! Like, you're like...
It was just barely. No.
But it counts! You got him! Like, why can't... Are you saying... do you mean to say that you will only accept it if it's, like, hitting him out of lag? Hitting him out of motion doesn't count?
I don't know. I just think it's...
If you don't like it, you don't like... If you don't think it works, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, like, him going up and airing like that, I feel like it is more abusable when he just does aerial from, like, when he does aerial from ledge. I guess he kind of stopped because it wasn't working.
Alright. So...
I don't know. I just want to abuse him for going to ledge, really. Because I think it's annoying that he keeps going to ledge.
I mean... So... When you say that he keeps going to ledge, like, you want to abuse him for going to ledge, do you mean during his recovery, like, at the beginning of the edge guard?
No, I mean when he goes to ledge in neutral, like he's done, like, a million times. He gets backed into corner, he goes to ledge, he gets, if I, like, let him get up for free, then he just reset neutral.
Okay.
That's what I'm annoyed about. I don't want it to win off that shit, you know? I don't think that's... I think that should be... Because I know you can abuse it. And I don't think it's that good.
Okay.
During edge guard, it's different, right? Like,
yeah.
You have to go to... Like, that's fine.
Gotcha.
I just think
so it's when he's, like... So it's when he's messing around in the corner, more like...
Yeah. When he's messing around in the corner / I threaten... If he goes to ledge there, that's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
And he's done that a bunch.
Gotcha. So it's when he's, like, over here. And he just, like, vibes here.
Yeah.
Try forward throwing him more.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I misunderstood what the problem was.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was just annoyed about him doing that. And if I, like, don't abuse him for it, I feel like he will just keep doing it, right?
I mean, like, he might just keep doing it anyway. Like... If he,
yeah,
the reality is.
But if I punish him hard for it, then
you're happy,
like,
yeah.
At least I punish him hard.
Yeah, no. That's fine. That's fine. So, okay, got it. Misunderstood. So here's what I'd say you do. So, like, when he's, like, shielding at the edge like that, like right on the ledge, try to, like, do low nair double shine.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
So then the other one I would say is, like, more forward throw. Yeah, more forward throw for sure. Yeah, so, like, yeah, we don't need to get on the platform then, but, like, let me see what he's doing. So he's just basically waiting and, like, putting his sword where you are.
Yeah, now I'm not focused at all.
Yeah, so let's reset. Let's take a big breath. And then now we'll go in. Perfect.
And it's just, I'm trying to play it to get better at it, but normally I wouldn't let him play like this.
Well, yeah, like, we can beat him, we can just beat this with lasers and stuff, but, like...
Yeah, this is how I would normally beat it. But and then he would approach me, and I would win.
But, like, that only works if we're ahead. That's the thing, because he could just, like, go on the edge if we don't know how to attack him at all, right? So, like, there's still value in knowing how to do this. So, like, I know it's like, I think it's worthwhile to, like... Yeah, so on that interaction there, when he was side being above you, you backed off. You didn't have to back off. You could have just, like, jumped up and back aired him and killed him. So I think that you let up sometimes when you don't have to. Try to, like, yeah, exactly. So you hit him there. I would say try to look for bigger moves when it's like, try to look for bigger moves sometimes when he's, like, in that much disadvantage. Like, I would have probably up smashed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, like, if Yeah, why not? Like, instead of the Nair, I probably would have up smashed because it hits more above me.
Yeah, I mean, I did punish him there, just not directly.
I mean, when did he go to... What did he go to the ledge off of?
I don't really remember.
think
I know I punished him for ledge dash up tilt, is what I meant.
Ah, yeah! No, that was perfect. This is a very small thing, but try to, like, hit the strong hit of your back airs more when you're coming down. A lot of times what happens is you just kind of, for some reason, you'll go for, like, the... You wind up hitting with, like, the bottom feet. Like, the ones in front of Fox, not the ones behind him. So just try to, like, yeah, you try to use the strong hit of your back air more. It's, like, not even, like... It's just, like, in the back airs that you're doing. Like, you don't even have to do more of them. It's just, like... Yeah, there's exactly.
Oh,
Okay, so silly thing, but
yeah. I don't know why he would side B there.
why he would neutral be?
No, he side B twice in the air after getting sent up.
Because he's
When I uppered him.
Gotcha.
Not just the last interaction. I just got... Oh.
You know, sometimes people just don't make perfect decisions, and that's okay. Did you, like... Does it change your decision?
I mean, I think it's way harder to upper him if he doesn't side B. If that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I recognized the side B and was like, oh, I just need to upper him. Like... Oh. Oh, I forgot that.
I think you worried too much about what he's doing, like, or like what he like the decisions he's making.
Maybe. Yeah, I can't control him, right?
No, I mean, like, no, but I don't. Yeah.
No, what I mean is like, yeah, I maybe worried too much about stuff that's out of my control. Like,
yeah. I just don't. I'm just not sure I see, like, what the benefit is.
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess it's just how everyone's always treated me, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Like an inherited thing.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Did you like that they did that?
Not necessarily.
Then... Yeah, well, I'm sorry they did that. I hope that you don't feel like I do that with you.
No.
If I do want you to tell me, though. Because I can't change... I can't, like, do anything if I don't know, but...
No, exactly.
Yeah. Holy moly.
This.
So that feels like there was a breakthrough there.
I started. Well, the thing is, I'm doing a lot of thinking right now. That means that my usual, like, the quick moves, the combos, they kind of disappear when I'm working on like specific positioning and stuff like that. Mm.
Well, I'm like, I would, you know what? I think that you kind of get how this works. Let's go back to the breathing. Because I trust that you know what I trust you understand kind of like what the counterplay we've discussed is, and I think that you know how to do all this stuff. Like, because you're very technical. Like, there's not much you can't do that we go over, if any. So, yeah, breathing. Because now this is like tournament practice again. Because like we can't like be coming up with like conceptual solutions in tournament like this. We don't have this many games.
No.
Gorgeous. I think this will be our last one with this person.
Yeah. Sounds good. Oops. I did not think he had one.
Breathing check. This is a chaotic game.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Ah. GG's.
Mm-hmm. What do you think happened in that last one?
I don't know. I got stressed out because it was the last one. I didn't want to lose, I guess. Looks like he didn't want to lose either.
No, he didn't. Like, you both... That was sweaty melee. That was some, like, very sweaty melee.
Yeah. There was a lot of things going wrong. That's for sure.
Yeah. What do you think he was thinking?
I think he was thinking, I really want to win now. After that that FD game got kind of owned, I gotta win for my pride, I guess. That's what I assume.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What did you... When you were playing those games, and... Because I didn't understand like the frustration you had at first.
Yeah.
What does that bother you when that happens?
Well, what?
Like just not being understood.
What do you mean, me with our conversation, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it's a combination of like sort of a stress factor, right? With what, like, I am playing melee and I'm not getting my point across, and that can be frustrating for sure. I think so.
You think so, or you know so? Because like this is a feeling. You shouldn't have to think about it really.
I mean, yeah, I was frustrated, right?
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I would be frustrated too. Because, like,
Right.
especially because, like, it's probably really obvious to you, but it's not obvious to me for some reason. And it's just, it's hard to sometimes tell where the disconnect is, right?
Yeah.
So, no, I would,
I mean,
that's very normal.
I feel like we figured it out, no?
Yeah, we did. What I'm trying to figure out, though, is what are some other things that might distract you in a game? Because you mentioned that, like, it feels like, you're evaluating the opponent based on the fact that, this is kind of how you've been evaluated a lot.
Oh yeah, like that.
I'm just curious, like, what things seem to what things you might want to look out for, so that you can be prepared for that, to catch them, and breathe and get back to the game.
Like options that tilt me or like put me out of it, or what?
No, more like. So I don't think that all the tilt or all the pressure that we put on ourselves necessarily happens in the match.
Right.
I think that sometimes, especially when we're like getting better, like it's easy to get like psyched up or psyched out of a given opponent.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if if you can think of any ways that might happen at the tournament that's coming up. And that's all.
Oh, I mean, getting psyched out, like I mentioned, like losing game one is a very common thing for me, especially versus Marth. Because if I lose to my counter pick, then I have to win double FD to even try win the set, which is very hard. I think
you've done it. You've done it though. Like you've beaten.
I've done it. Yes.
You're like, if you can 3-0 them, then you can reverse 3-0 them.
Yeah, but the pressure's much bigger in a game 5 than in a game 3, right? That's how I feel. Like being up 2-0, winning on FD is way different than being 2-2 and I'm coming from being down 0-2. I feel like that's harder, for sure.
Okay. I'm going to challenge that. What's more stressful in generally speaking? Having someone reverse 3-0 you? Like if you're in game 5 and you're having someone come back on you, like somebody's just won 2 games straight, is that like which one feels more impactful? Which one feels more stressful? Getting 3-0'd or that?
I think it depends. Depends on who it is. There's
For you.
definitely a feeling of hopelessness, or it depends on who I'm playing.
Okay.
To be honest, if I'm playing a worse player, getting 3-0 feels worse because then it's hopelessness. I've probably given up, right? Like that's how I feel.
Okay.
If I'm getting reverse 3-0, I mean, they must have figured something out, right? Like
Perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, maybe they didn't. I don't know. That's just my feeling. I think the worst one though is being on the cusp of reverse 3-0 and then just shitting the bed game 5. It's just a mental boom to me.
I mean,
I think a lot of these don't feel great, right? Like
yeah, I feel
when
like
I played Wolfen, I got reverse 3-0'd, and then I had to play David. I was like, not great.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends on how you go into it, right? Like, losing doesn't feel good. Like
No.
losing just generally doesn't feel good. It is what it is. But I find that the more we try to, like, both players are under stress in that moment. Whether you're being 3-0'd and you're like trying to hold on for dear life, whether you're on the cusp of winning a reverse 3-0, whether you're the person having the reverse 3-0, like, like who's confronted with that, like all of those players are still expected to deal with stress because every single one of them has something riding on that game. So with that in mind, I think that one thing that I would recommend you think about before this tournament, and it's not really something to change about your gameplay or anything, but it's just think about, like, remember, it is another person that's playing over there. They're just as scared, like they have to deal with the same mental challenges. Maybe not in this set, but like everyone is still like everyone has to deal with tournament pressure. It's not just a you, like it's not just a you thing in your moment. So I would look for ways of recognizing that and just kind of like it never goes away.
Yeah.
All like the breathing thing, it doesn't make it not happen. It just gives us more tools of dealing with it when it does happen.
Right.
So I guess it's almost like the intensity that we'll deal with, I guess, in a way doesn't really matter. Because it's just we're going to have to deal with it. Like the reality is it'll be there, so maybe instead of worrying about how intense it is relative to other intensities, we just deal with what's in front of us.
Right. I think you're right. I think that's part of I think I lose myself a lot of games just after, like, if I'm down to 0-2 versus an FD character, I'm like, oh my god. Even if I start to, and I very often feel like I win that third game, but then I just can't pull myself, because the third game I'm thinking, okay, nothing matters. Like, it doesn't matter. Let's just play in the moment, right?
Yeah.
Which maybe should be the mentality, but obviously there are factors here. It's not like I can just say that and it'll
Why
be
not,
fixed,
though?
right? Why not? I don't know. Doesn't feel like that's how things work.
Maybe it could be.
Maybe it could be.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that.
I think that if we just start, speaking purely from a person who has been in this game for 20 years perspective, yeah, it's very unlikely that like that works. I will be upfront with you.
Yeah.
But I have seen it work.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it never happens. So the point the point I'd kind of close on here, because I do have somebody else, but like the one thing I'd suggest is,
yeah,
maybe when we automatically assume because the average player, or like the average, which is really just like a collection of data, like, and that's summarized and reduced into like a single figure, just because the average experience is that this doesn't usually happen, it doesn't mean it never happens.
You're right.
So if we close ourselves off to that possibility in advance, just because it doesn't conform to the average, then we kind of lose our ability to be surprised by it. Like,
yeah, I think part of it's just an ego protection. It's like, it's hard to lose those, so I'll just lose in my head. I'm this far down already, right? Like, it's a mechanism to just save myself from future grief, but that future grief isn't guaranteed, right? Like,
yeah, and it's the one play that makes sure that we absolutely lose.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah,
right,
that's a smart way to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, later, Rich. But
you got the key takeaways, or?
I haven't typed them out, but I think that the big one here is breathe and don't give up.
Yeah.
Breathe and don't give up are the big ones. Take care, okay? Good luck this weekend.
See ya.